What is up, YouTube? Tony here with a video review of the Moto Z Play. This is going to be my 1 week review. So we're going to talk about the specs, the design, the camera quality, and also the audio. So yeah, let's check it out. So first off, this is the Moto Z Play, and it does come with Moto mods. So you can see right here, I have the battery by Incipio. So this is a 2220 milliamp battery mod for the Moto Z Play. It's actually magnetic, real cool design. I think this is the best implementation of a mod I've seen this year. You know, LG came out with their design, which was horrible in my opinion. This one is just really nice. You get to just put this mod right on there. So this is the Incipio battery mod. It is actually 2220 milliamps, and then we have the Moto shells, which they have all kinds of different colors and textures. They have a leather back, all different kinds. So that's another nice thing that they got. And then we have, this is the JBL Sound Boost. JBL Sound Boost is stereo speakers for the Moto Z line. So if you have the Moto Z, Moto Z Force, or even the Moto Z Play, this will work on all of them. So this comes, cool thing about this is that it comes with its own battery. So it has a built-in battery. You just charge it up. It doesn't use any of your phone's battery, which is a good thing. So, you know, and it also lasts for about 10 hours. 10 hours of music playback. It sounds real good. I think I did, well, I know I did a little unboxing of it when I first got it. It sounds very good. And you know, it's always ready to go. All you basically do is just, boom, smack it on, and it's ready to go. It's already picked up by Moto Mods app, and it's, you know, it sticks on there pretty good. So yeah, this is, you know, in my opinion, some awesome innovation this year that Motorola did. Okay, so back to the Moto Z Play. This is rocking the Snapdragon 625, and let me see. It is actually rocking a 625, 32 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card slot, 5.5 inch Super AMOLED 1080p by 1920 pixels. So it has a very nice display. It has a 16 megapixel camera on the back. It has 3 gigs of RAM and 3510 milliamp battery. This one so far, this is the unlocked variant, so it only works on GSM, but they do have one that is on Verizon that is CDMA, and it also is GSM. So let me see, this is a single SIM Nano, Super AMOLED, 5.5 inch. Out of the box, it comes with Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. It has octa-core 2.0 CPU, Adreno 506. So the camera aperture on the back is actually 2.0. And the front camera, you know, I've taken some, the cameras are not the best, but they do take some real good photos. I've taken some indoor shots and outdoor shots, and it's a decent camera. So it has a front flash, which is real nice and bright. And it has a 5 megapixel camera with 2.2 aperture. It does have one single mono speaker. There's nothing on the bottom. So right, the earpiece doubles as the speaker. And we do have a headphone jack at the bottom, USB Type-C. On the left side, there's nothing. On the top is where you would put the SIM card and the micro SD card. Also, you have a microphone. On the right side, we have the volume rockers. And then we have the power button, which is a little bit textured. So real nice. I do like the phone. We do have a fingerprint scanner, which is very fast. Boom. So it's a real fast fingerprint scanner. We have a microphone there. And we also have another microphone in the back. And this here is for the Moto mods. And then you can see that it does have a little hump. But the hump is there for a reason. The camera hump is there for a reason. It's to lock in the Moto mods so they don't slip out. So, you know, they lock into place. So that's the reason for that. And that's a good, I like what they did there. So anyways, getting back to, sorry about that, to the phone, in my experience with the phone, now that we got the basic specs out of the way, I do have to say that the battery is incredible on this device. I think this is the best battery life that I've received or that I've used on any phone in 2016. Straight up, this is, top dog. It is definitely the top dog as far as the battery goes. In its daily usage, I haven't had any lag. I'm not a heavy gamer. You can see I have my basic apps on the home screen, and then I have my calendar app. I'll show you everything that I have installed. I'm not a gamer by any means. I may play a game or two, but in my experience with the overall fluidity of the device, it's very smooth, very fast. The only thing that kind of bugs me about this phone will be the camera. We'll get into that in a minute. So let's go ahead and go into settings, and you can see it's running. We'll go straight to the bottom. It's the Moto Z Play, and it's running Android 6.0.1, and it does have an Android security patch, and there's the build number. I don't think there's any updates yet. They do say that Android 7.0 should be coming in January, so we'll see how that goes. So let's go ahead and go into, there's not a lot of bloat on this, but there is some cool features, and we'll go into the cool features right now. So if you go into Moto, in here you will see that you have action gestures, you have voice gestures, and you have display. So if you go to action, when you approach Moto display, reach for the device and it triggers the display. So when you're actually moving in front of the device, it actually lights up and shows you your notification. The tap twice for flashlight is real nice. Flip over for do not disturb. Pick up to stop ringing. So if the phone's ringing and you just pick it up, it'll automatically stop ringing. Swipe to shrink. I do have that feature disabled. It's real nice. It basically shows you what it is right there. And then we have twist for capture. So you do that. It's pretty nice how they actually demonstrate. I'll go back to all of them. So this is what happens when you put your hand in front of the display. You'll get the notifications will light up. It's very discreet. You don't have to pick up your phone. And then we have tap twice for flashlight. I use this all the time. Flip over for do not disturb. Very cool stuff here. I like these features. These are like the best features I've used on Motorola so far. I like that. You just pick it up and it'll stop ringing, or it'll go into vibrate. That's nice. Let me see that. Automatically goes into vibrate. That's nice. And then we have, I showed you this one already. Shrink. I got that disabled. So yeah, these features or gestures that they have added to this Moto Z are real nice. These three apps, Moto Mods, and Device Hub, are the only apps that actually are, you may consider bloat. I don't consider them bloat because they're actually very useful. I love the Moto gestures. So basically that's it. And as far as software goes, there's nothing really that they've incorporated. I'll go down the list. Let me see. We have memory, 3 GB of RAM. The battery life is just amazing. I have some screenshots I'll show you in a minute. Moto Mods, software update preference. So these are just to get the updates, security accounts. And then we have Motorola privacy, Motorola ID. Very simplistic. They don't have a lot of extra features on here. So it's basically pure stock Google, which is a good thing because it runs very smooth, no lag. You can see. I'll open up some applications so you guys can see how it works. Very nice stuff right here. It's real smooth. I haven't had a bad experience with it at all. It's very smooth. Opens all the apps. Real nice and fast. I mean, we got all these comments. Shout out to my Project 13. So yeah, in my experience, once again, very smooth. There's nothing bad that I can say about it other than the cameras, and we'll get into that right now. So the cameras are they're not bad cameras. They're just very slow in focusing and taking pictures. And I'll go ahead and show you what I mean here in a minute. So taking the picture, it'll focus real nicely. You get to adjust the brightness on it if you want to. But here's the problem. You see how slow that delay was? It was like very slow. So HDR off. You will see it when I take my picture. It's just that's what I mean about it. It's real slow when it comes to the pictures. Come out okay. It's not a bad camera at all, but it just lags when it comes to taking the photo. Let me turn the flash off. So tap to focus. That one was a little quicker, but it's still, see, the photos are not bad. Take some real good photos. It's just the response time on the camera is just a little bit annoying for me sometimes, but that can be fixed with an update. So if we slide over, we'll see the general settings. We have shutter sound, quick capture. It does record in 4K. So we have picture size. You can change the resolution on there, get to 16 megapixels. Picture size, I'll go to that one, 4:3. This should be better quality right here. We have shutter button, type, tap anywhere. And we have video rear. So you can record with the rear camera, you can record in 4K 30 frames per second, or you can record in 1080p 30 frames per second, 720 30 frames per second. Everything is 30 frames per second, but I believe they're getting an update. Did you just see it glitch there? I believe it's getting an update, and the next update will have 60 frames per second 1080p, so that'll be real nice. So yeah, let me see what else we have. Photos, videos, slow motion, rear camera. Let me flip. I am on the rear camera. So let me check out the front facing camera. Front facing camera settings. We do have beauty mode, which is right here. You have auto, manual, HDR, and if you slide over, let me see, video. So it does record also in 1080p, the front facing camera at 30 frames per second. Shutter sound. So yeah, the front camera is 5 megapixels. You can also have 16:9. So yeah, that's the issue that I'm having with the camera, is just the response time when after you press the button. See, it's like a little delay. That was crazy. So video is pretty good. It doesn't have optical image stabilization. Let me switch over. So I'll take a video. The video quality is pretty, it's not bad actually, but it does not have optical image stabilization. But it does record pretty good. So let's go ahead and play that video back. Image stabilization. But it does record pretty good. Image stabilization. So yeah, the camera, there you guys have it. The camera is, this is only my 1 week use with it. So the camera is not the best, but it's a real good, decent camera. It's just the response time as far as me taking the pictures, it just really lags, and on that. That's like the only bad thing that I can really say about this device. speaker quality, we'll go ahead and test that out right now. I did a separate video with the mod, so you guys can see. I'll have it right here. I'll play it again. Good. So I'm really excited about that. I'm about to take it to the park later on today. So let's go ahead and see my video. So yeah, the speaker is decent. The speaker is decent enough where it'll work. It'll work with. You can hear it. It's if you're in a pretty if you're in an environment where there's not a lot of noise, the speaker's fine. The speaker's pretty loud. Sounds real good. Now this is without the mod. Difference. Huge difference. Wow. So yeah, 1 week with the Moto Z Play. I really am enjoying this device. Like I said, I'm really into the mods. I like the fact that these mods, you can pick these up and you can add them to the device. You can change them. You can add music. You can add a better camera. You can add a bigger battery. You can add a different back cover to give it a different look. You can put a leather. You can make you can change, just everything about the phone, on the exterior side of things, customize it. You can put different backs, which I think is really cool. So yeah, that is going to be my review, my 1 week review of the Moto Z Play. It is an awesome device. Before I end the video, I almost forgot. Let me show you the battery life that I'm getting on this device. Go to albums. Let me see screenshots. Okay, these are the screenshots that I took. I posted these on Google+. This is 2 days in, just with the battery, no battery mod installed, and I got 10 hours. This is just the phone battery without using the mod. 10 hours of on-screen time in 2 days. So the battery is definitely incredible on this phone. The Snapdragon 625. It is a beast when it comes to efficiency and performance. It's a good performer. So yeah, look, I had actually 4% left. So I actually ran it down as far as I could before I charged it. 2 days in, 10 hours of on-screen time. This is with Wi-Fi and LTE. And the next, let's see, that's about it. 2 days is my typical, what I'm getting with this phone is about 2 days average and minimum of 9-10 hours of on-screen time. This thing is a beast in the battery department. So yeah, that's it for this video. This is my Moto Z Play 1 week in review. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.